Hey, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming to our online yoga class. And yeah, today we'll go through an hour-long yoga practice, and pretty much we'll go through a little warm-up, some standing postures, seated, and we'll be on our backs. And this practice is kind of Ashtanga inspired. It's one of the practices that I like to practice myself and teach. Um, and we might even go through a few different ones, like a few yin postures as well. So to begin, let's come to stand at the top of the mat, okay? So I know that everyone's mats are kind of set differently. You can always set it like mine and just follow along as best as you can. Or you can stand at the very top of the mat. Your choice. Either way will work fine, okay? So we want to stand up nice and tall with your feet parallel. And the second toe should be straight forwards, fronts of the knees, fronts of the hips, in a nice line. Same with the shoulders, the head. Stand up nice and tall through the top of your head and lengthen your fingers towards the ground. Make a few feet in front of your belly button. Keeping the face nice and soft. Breathing through the nose. Breathing into your nose. Just noticing the journey of it moving into the throat, the lungs, diaphragm falling, belly button moving forwards. As you exhale, noticing the opposite. And if you can still stand nice and tall, but finding the least amount of tension. We'll go through a few sun salutations. Let's try 5 today. So I'll do the first few with you and then I'll watch, okay? Reach your arms all the way up, looking between your hands, breathing in. Now roll down, place your hands on the ground. If it's too far of a reach, you can place your hands on your feet, your legs, or even the forearms on the thighs. Wherever you are, press down so you feel a sense of lifting up and extend your spine forwards. Keep looking towards the ground, keeping your spine at its longest with your arms, your legs. From here, go back to a push-up position. Feel free to go on your knees. Keep your ears, shoulders, hips, heels in a nice line. Lower down. Press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, lift your head, chest and stomach for cobra. Or you can go up a little bit or all the way up for upward facing dog. For our first one, let's come up into downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Look towards your feet, knees, or hips. If it's a lot, you can even try looking in between your hands. Still keeping some ground in the feet so you feel your legs are working. Your hips are nice and supported up in the air. Excuse me. You can spread out the hands, holding on with them, pushing your shoulders away from your hands, hips away from the shoulders. Just take a nice full breath all the way in, and a full breath out. And then bend your knees, look forwards, and walk to the top of your mat. Make sure your feet, knees, and hips are pointing the same way. Lift up halfway, breathing in, and rolling down. Keep holding on with your feet. Inhale, reaching up, rolling up, look up, breathe in. Arms down by your sides, breathing out. I'll do another one with you. Reach the arms up, breathing in, and rolling down, breathing out. Inhale halfway up. Walk back to a push-up or table. Yeah, on the knees or off. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Press the tops of the feet down. Lift the kneecaps up. Downward facing. Lift your hips up and back. Imagine you're resting the backs of your hips on the wall behind you. Picture that also that all around your shoulder joints feel nice and supported. Finding some softness in the face, breathing for 3 more next breaths. 2. Breathe with a little bit of sound. 1. Bend your knees. Look forwards and walk to the top of your mat. Lift your head away from your hips, your legs. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, roll up to stand. Look in between your hands. Arms down by your sides, breathing out. Okay, I'll watch you do a few. Reach your arms up and roll down, folding forwards. That's it. Inhale, roll up halfway, keeping the spine nice and long. Walk back to a push-up position. Yeah, lower. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. Breathe for about 5 or so breaths. 4. Looks good. 3. If downward facing dog is too much, you can always do child's pose. Or even cat cow for 2. And 1. Good. Look in between your hands. Walk your feet there. Once you're there, lift your head away from you. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, reach up. Look up. Arms down by your sides, breathing out. Yay. Let's do one more. I'll watch again. Reach your arms up, lengthen from the bottom to the top. And exhale, rolling down. Inhale, roll up halfway. Walk back to the end of your mat and lower down. Inhale, upward facing, cobra. Looks good. Downward facing, lift your hips up and back. Breathe for about 5 smooth breaths. Breathing all the way in, feeling a sense of the fronts and backs of your ribs expanding. Belly button moving forwards, try not to push it. And as you exhale, noticing the opposite belly button moving in, fronts and backs of the ribs contracting a bit. And try not to pull the belly button in. 2. And 1. Look in between your hands. Walk your feet there as best as you can. Take your time if you need. Lift your head away from you, top of the head away from the leg. And exhale, fold forwards, rolling down. Standing up, use your feet, your legs, use your whole body really, reaching up. Arms down by your sides, breathing out. Okay, let's move on. Next, we'll go into a simple standing forward bend to help open up the back, the hips. Use your first 2 fingers and thumbs. Make a loop and hold on to your big toes with them. Once you have them, lift the top of your head forwards. See if you can keep your collarbones nice and wide and bright. Stay like this if it feels nice, or if you'd rather, you can fold forwards. If you have a super sore back or stiff back, it might feel better to keep looking forwards. Might even just hold on to your legs or place your forearms on your thighs. Wherever you are, breathe for a few more nice breaths. 3. 2, and 1. Good, just roll up halfway. And for today, hold your waist, breathing out. Roll up to stand from the bottom to the top. And bring your arms down by your sides, breathing out. Triangle pose. Here, and step your feet about a leg length apart. You're going to turn and pivot on the heels. So your right foot's going to face the back, arms over the legs. Place your right hand on your right foot or leg. Yeah, pretty much you're making the shape of a triangle. You're going to lengthen up through the spine, arms and legs. Then look at one of your hands for about 5 or so breaths. You might look at the right hand, even a few feet in front of your belly button. Might feel nice to look at the left hand. At the same time, feeling a nice stretch through the back of the right thigh, holding on with the left foot, lengthening up through the sides. 3, 2, and 1. Look at your right foot. Root down and come up. Use a bit of strength. Try the other side. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left foot forwards. Pull down the inside of your left leg. Look at one of your hands for about 5 breaths. Let there be a sense of you breathing up the spine and down the spine. 4, 3, looks good. 2, and 1. Look at your left hand. Stand up, arms open. Place your right hand on your waist for revolve triangle. Left arm up. Now you're going to turn all the way around and face the back of your mat. Your feet and legs can be about in hips range. The left foot can be at 45-degree or 90-degree angle, somewhere in that range too. Get your left hand, breathe in. Place your left hand on your right foot or leg, breathing out. Get a bit stronger so that it'll be less likely for you to fall. Stay like this or lengthen out through below spine, middle, upper arm. Can you reach your right arm up? If you need a challenge, look to your right hand. You might rotate through the middle and upper parts of the spine to the right. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Look down. Inhale, come up. Left hand on the waist, right arm up. Turn all the way around now. Face forwards. Try the other side. Breathe in. Place your right hand down on your left foot or your leg. Breathing out. Lengthen, breathe in. Can you reach your left arm up? Maybe turn the middle of your chest to the outside of your left thigh for 5 or so breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come up, arms open. And for today, step forwards, back to the top of your mat or middle. However you want to do it is fine. Arms by your sides. Okay. Extended side angle pose. Separate your feet about a leg length apart or step your right foot back. Okay. And here you're going to turn your right foot to the back again, like triangle. The left foot in a 90 or 45-degree range. Arms open. Breathe in. And bend your right knee over your ankle. Try and trace it over your second toe. For this one, you're going to try and fold down the outside of your right leg. Place your right hand towards the ground, on it. If it's too far, the forearm on the thigh. And lengthen out through the sides. Reach your left hand up or even over. Look at one of your hands for about 5 or so breaths, okay? 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back up. Arms open. Turn your right foot in. Turn your left foot forwards. Push the feet and legs apart. Bend your left knee. Reach and pull down the outside of your left leg. Lifting at one of your hands for about 5 or so breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extended side angle twist. And back up. Arms open. Breathing in. Place your right hand on your waist and the left arm up. Turn all the way around again and face the back of your mat. So keeping the left foot at about a 45-degree angle. Right foot forwards, bend your right knee over your ankle. Place your left hand on your right leg. Or if you want to try a little bit more, you can slide your arm down the outside of the leg, reaching your hand towards the outside of the foot. Any way is fine, really. You're going to lengthen up through your low back, lower belly, rotate through the middle parts of your spine. Can you reach your right arm up? And breathe for about 5. If it's too much, you can always back out of it a bit. 4, 3, 2, 1. And back up. Arms open. Other side, turn around. Left hand on the waist, right arm up. Breathe in. Bend your left knee. Hold your leg with your right hand. Or you might experiment with sliding the arm down towards the outside of the foot, kind of folding down the outside of the leg. Can you reach your left arm up? Look at one of your hands for about 5 breaths. And at the same time, noticing where your body is in space. 4, and noticing your posture. 3, 2, and 1. And back up. Arms open. Step forwards to the top of your mat or middle. Breathing in, breathing out. We'll do a few more foundational postures. Wide-legged forward bend. Step your feet about a leg length apart. Hands on your waist. Take a full breath in. And place your hands on the ground. Breathing out. Now, lift your head, just ribs and stomach. Keep the hips lifted away from the legs and roll down. Again, if it's too much, you can keep looking forwards, keeping a longer spine, okay? 4, 3, breathing in for about 3 seconds, breathing out for 3, 2, 1. Roll up halfway, hold your waist, and roll up to stand. Breathing out. And if you're wearing glasses, it might feel better to take them off. Arms up, breathe in. Either interlace your fingers behind you, like this, or keep your hands on your waist like this. Your choice. Breathing in, standing tall, or roll down little by little for about 5. Or you're just going to your end range. 3, watching breath by breath. 2, adding some softness around the eyes, the jaw, the ears. 1, rolling up to stand. Hold your waist. Breathe in, standing tall, breathing out. Let's do one more. Breathing in. Hold onto your feet or your legs, even your big toes. We'll lift up and lengthen. Notice the space in between the sides of your hips, ribs, and armpits. Stay or roll down for about 5. And move the feet, down from the heels, knuckles to the toes. Imagine the arches of the feet are lifting up your legs. Or you can imagine, it might help to imagine breathing up the whole back of the body and breathe out down the front of the body. For 2, and 1. Roll up halfway. Hold your waist and roll up to stand, breathing in. Step forwards back to the top of your mat, breathing out. Or middle. Okay. For today, we'll go into balancing, okay? If you'd like to, before we start, just give your legs a little shake and your arms just to kind of loosen up from the postures that we held. I'll just put on my glasses so I can see you. Here, you might use the wall like we usually do. You can hold your right leg up. If you do not want to use the wall, you need a challenge. You can keep your arm out or hand on the waist. And keep your hips over the back of like your left heel. Shoulders in the nice line, the head. Look a few feet in front of the belly button for 5 more. 4. Yeah, if you need a challenge, you can always hold your right big toe or your foot. 3. Stay like this for the whole time. 2, or even lift your leg up. Just for 1 more breath in, breath out. Can you take it out to the right? For 3, even like this is fine. 2, this is super easy. You can always try looking to the left. 3, 4, 4.5, and 5. Good. Can you kick your leg forwards just for a nice breath in? Nice breath out. Now let's just bring it down. Give your legs a little shake again. Okay, when you're ready, switching sides. If you're reusing the wall, remember you can always use the other side or turn around. Hold your left leg up. See that your feet are forwards, fronts of the knees, fronts of the hips, and shoulders are forwards too. Breathe for about 5. Or you should feel some movement in your ribs, chest, stomach as you breathe in and out, even your back. 3. And might hold the big toe. 2. Or lift the leg. 1. Take it out to the left for 4. Almost there. 3. 2. 1. Back to center. Lift your leg just for a breath. Awesome. Bring it down. And shake your body out a bit. Okay. Let's do one more balancing like we usually do too. Tree pose. Yeah, use the wall if you like. Turn your right foot out, knee, top of the leg. You're going to turn all 5 of your right toes down to the ground. Hold on to your waist. Stay like this. Or bring your foot closer in. You might lift your toes off the ground. Imagine you're holding something in between your foot and leg, and you don't want to drop it. You might bring your foot up higher, just not here. You might bring it up above the knee. Imagine you're still holding something there. Press your hands together. Stay. Or maybe reach up. Can you go for 5 more breaths? 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly come down. Breathe in and breathing out. Yeah, you can shake it off if you like. Once you're done, other side, turn your left foot out, left leg, turn your toes down, walk your foot in, bring it up. Imagine you're holding something. Press your foot and leg into each other, your hands too. Look a few feet in front of you for about 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Slowly count back down. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Let's do one more sun salutation. So facing forwards, top of your mat, reaching your arms up, breathing in and rolling down. Keep some ground in those feet. You feel a nice equal stretch through the whole back of the body. Inhale, lift your head, your shoulders, your chest. Walk back to a push-up position and lower down. Upward facing dog, breathing in. Downward facing dog or something similar, breathing out. For today, let's go into chair pose. Bend your knees, look forwards, and walk to the top of your mat. Feet are still hip width. Bend your knees. Keep your hands down by your sides like this for today. And imagine you're sitting in like your favorite chair, and you're looking at something that you like a lot in between your hands, and you don't want to take your eyes off of it. Keep looking there and reach it up. Breathe for about 4, 3, 2, And one. Good. Just stand straight. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's try another one similar. Face forwards you can too if you'd like. Awkward pose. Pretty much the same, but a little different. Again, have your feet forwards, legs too. Sit back down. This time, palms will face down like this. You're going to bring your awareness to your first 3 toes on both feet. Those ones will be a little bit easier to balance on, okay? Stay like this or lift your heels off the ground. Look a few feet in front of your belly button for about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Standing still. Breathe in, breathing out. Okay. A few more and we'll sit down. Standing at the top of your mat again. You're going to step your left leg back about a leg length. Bend your right knee. Yeah, the feet can be about in hips range. Left foot still at about 45 or 90-degree angle. Bend your right knee. Reach your hands forwards in front of you. Imagine you're still holding something in between them. And reach your arms up. Keep looking at that thing. Breathing all the way in. And out for about 5, 4. Yeah, you should feel a sense of like stretching and strengthening around the whole body, really. 3, 2, 1. Straighten your right leg and turn all the way around, face the other side of your mat. Bend your left knee, reach back up, forwards, or in between your hands if it feels all right. 4, and lengthen your pinky fingers, index and thumbs. 3, elbows a little away from the armpits. 2, 1, open up to warrior 2. Step your right foot back a few steps. You can straighten your left leg to begin. Bend your left knee. Breathe for about 5. Imagine breathing up the spine and down. 4, look straight ahead of you, or even to your left hand. 3, imagine you're resting your arms on some shelves. 2, 1, straighten your left leg, other side. Your left foot in, right foot forwards, bend your right knee. 4, if your arms ever get tired, you can always place your hands behind your head. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Step forwards and stand still. Breathe in, breathing out. All right, let's come to sit. Nice work, everyone. If it does not feel too good sitting on the ground, you can always sit up onto something, anything really. Yeah, find yourself supported up on your sitting bones. If you even have a wall behind you, it might even feel nice to be near one. Here, push your heels a little bit forwards, ground the backs of them so the toes lift and lengthen straight up towards the ceiling. Yeah, support yourself up on the sitting bones rather than the sacrum. You're going to sit nice and tall but relaxed. Just take a few nice breaths you're getting used to, soothing and breathing. Imagine still breathing up the spine, sitting nice and tall, breathing down the spine. 2, and 1. Take a deep breath in, extend forwards, Hold on to your shins, legs, or maybe your big toes. Lift and lengthen. Breathing in. Stay like this or roll down just for about 5 breaths today. 4, 3, 2, bring the front to the spine nice and long like the back. 1, lift it halfway. And from here, bring your hands about a foot behind you, like this. Make sure you're not putting too much load on your shoulders, okay? Can you bend your knees? And just give your legs a little shake from side to side like this for about 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. If you want to try, this might feel nice. Pressing the hands down, the feet down. Just lift yourself up into like a tabletop position, breathing in, lifting, and coming down. Breathing out. Lifting up, breathing in, exhale, coming down. One more, breathing in, and breathing out. All right. Sit back up again. Legs out long. We're going to sit in like a tree pose shape. Bring your right foot in to the inside of either your lower leg or upper leg. Press your foot and leg into each other like you're holding something there. Sit up nice and tall. Breathing in. And then roll down and fold over your left leg. And you hold your foot or your leg. Lift up and lengthen. Stay like this. Or roll down. And breathe. 4, 3, 2. Looks good. 1. Lift up halfway. And come up to sit. Can you cross your legs like this? Try not to be too heavy on the tail or sacrum. Lift your legs up. Cross your legs out long. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's try the other side. Bring your left foot in, right leg out. Breathe in and rolling down. Roll up halfway and roll down for about 5. 4. Nice. 3. 2. 1. Roll up halfway and cross your legs like we just did. Lift your legs, cross, legs out long. Okay, lay down on your back. We're going to go into bridge pose. Set your feet on the mat, backs of your hips, upper back, middle back of the head. Keep the natural curves in the spine. Bend your elbows. And if you're looking to the wall behind you, see if you can tuck your chin a little bit so you're looking towards your body. Press down, not too hard or soft, and inhale, lift your hips off the ground. Look a few feet in front of your belly button for about 5 breaths or so. See if you can ground from the heels, knuckles to the toes, equally on both sides. 4, and notice how that just kind of changes the tone in the legs. 3, Use your legs to lift up your hips. 2. Use your arms, shoulders, and head to lift the middle of your chest. 1. Slowly roll down. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's do it again. Lift your hips up. Breathe for about 5. If you want to add a little bit of movement to your exhale, you can go down. And as you inhale, go up. For 4. 3. 2. 1. Take a rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's do it one more time. Hips back up for 5. Try not to move the head around now, okay? 4. Do not press your neck down. 3. It feels like the fronts of your ribs are really sticking out away from your stomach. See if you can kind of pull the fronts of the ribs towards the back a bit. 2. 1. Good. Slowly come down. Wrap your arms or hands around the backs of your legs. Breathing in and out. Let's take about 5 breaths here. Softening any tension that you feel around your eyes, ears, mouth. If it feels all right, you can lift your head up towards your knees. You can always rock around a bit. Okay, let your day lay back down. Press your arms back into the ground just like we were before, elbows bent. Then lift your legs up into the air. I want you to imagine you're standing on the ceiling. If you're outside, you can imagine you're standing on the sky. And then I want you to set up your second toes so that they're facing straight forwards in line with your knees, hips like we were doing before. Once you have them like that, you start to make nice circles with your ankles, your feet, your big toes. Go in one direction with both feet for 5. And keep breathing nicely. 4. And stretching out the feet, the legs a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Circle in the opposite direction for 5. And notice how you're circling them. See if you can control yourself. 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, just give yourselves another hug. Can you lift your head up towards you? On your next exhale, just slowly come back down. We're going to go into a little twist, okay? You're going to hug your right leg in towards you. Take your right arm up to the side. You can extend your left leg out long or keep it bent, your choice. Imagine you're in that standing balancing posture we were doing. Take a deep breath in. Can you bring your right leg over to the left slowly? Try and keep your right shoulder grounding a little bit. In with the head. You can turn the fronts of your hips over to the left a bit. Backs of your hips to the right side of your mat. If it's a lot, you can back off. Otherwise, you can try looking to your left hand, otherwise towards the ceiling, but towards your nose so your eyes are closer on yourself. Otherwise, to the right hand to deepen the twist. 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Hug your right leg in. You can bend your left knee. Lift your head and shoulders to your right leg if it feels all right. And just release. Take a few breaths resting. And notice the right side of your body, the left side. Okay, switching sides, hug your left leg in. Maybe extend your right leg long if you did before. Take your left arm up to the side. Shoulders and head grounding for a bit. Slowly guide your left leg over to the right. And then lengthen up through the lower belly, low back, upper back. And maybe rotating through the middle spine, upper spine. 4. Remember, you can look at one of your hands or the ceiling. 3. And at the same time, noticing your posture and with your breath. Just to add some difficulty, noticing even the thoughts in your mind. If they become busy, yeah, just notice. Take a few deeper breaths. 2. And return to watching your breath. 1. Inhale back to center. Hug your left leg in. Get a bit stronger. If you are lifting your head back up, you go up. And just rest again. You can let go of the leg. Take a few breaths. For today, reach your right arm above you, roll to your right side, use your arm as a pillow, and come up to sit. Okay, we're going to do a few more. So, cross your legs like this. If it does not feel good for you to cross your legs, you can try sitting up into something. You might place something underneath your legs as well, or you can sit in any position really. Few options. You either hold on to opposite wrists behind your back, forearms, elbows, whatever you can. You're going to breathe in, sit up nice and tall, and fold forwards. If it feels like you can't go very much, you can always walk your hands forwards instead. We'll breathe for about 5 breaths, okay? You can close your eyes if you want. If the knees are really high up, you can try walking your feet a little bit forwards. It'll take a lot of load off of the hips to have the knees a bit lower than the hips. 3, but make sure that the load doesn't really transfer into your knees, okay? 2, and make sure you feel your body is working somewhat equally. 2, and you'll need to use a bit of strength to find the least amount of tension. 1, rolling up to sit, breathing in, palms face up on your legs, breathing out. Now, sitting up nice and tall, I reach in the tiniest bit so you're looking towards your body. No judging. Take a full breath in and out for about 5 breaths. Just noticing the journey of the breath as it moves in and out of the body. 4. Noticing the effect of the breath on the body. Even noticing the effect of the body on the breath. 3. You might be able to sit up or breathe easier if you sit up. But not too stiff, not too loose. For 2. And 1. All right. For today, lay on your back again. Bend your knees. Give them a little shake. Windshield wipers. Might feel nice to hug your legs back in towards you one more time. You can even take your legs, separate them apart a bit. If you have a sore back, you might just stay like this, or you can try lifting your feet over your knees for happy baby. You can hold the backs of the thighs, lower legs, or even the feet. You might stretch one leg or the other. As you're ready, hug your legs in one more time towards you. Your head up towards your knees. Take a nice breath in and a nice breath out. Slowly roll back down onto your mat. Knees can stay bent for now. Have your palms facing up. Beside you, leave about a foot of space in between your arms and body. And make sure that you're not looking back behind you. Another thing too, if you are wearing glasses, it'll probably feel a lot better to take them off. And in the chin the tiniest bit, so you're looking towards yourself. Notice if you feel any tension around your face. Imagine just letting it go and setting the upper back on the mat. Keeping the shoulder blades about an inch away from the spine on both ends, both sides. Make sure that the backs of your hips feel comfortable on the mat. If not, you can always lift them up. Just kind of lengthen them back down and forwards. You want to leave a little bit of space behind your low back or below. Not too much. Same with the back of the neck. If this feels all right and you want to try, if your back feels okay, you can always lengthen your legs out long. Just let your feet and legs turn out to the sides a bit. And for today, we're just going to rest for a little bit longer, okay? If you can really just let go of your day, your plans for it. Yeah, maybe even your night too. And see if you can just rest for this next few moments. Keep it up, okay? Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes, just waking up the body slowly. Bring your awareness back to your breath, your body. If it feels all right, reach your arms up and back behind you. Give yourself a nice stretch. Ah, bend your knees. Roll to your right side. Use your right arm as a pillow. Please make your way up to sit. Nice work, everyone. To end our class, let's bring the palms together. Thank you so much for your practice. Hope you have a really nice rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you again next Thursday. Thanks. Namaste.